from Lights Planner Action, and happy National Planner Day to you, friends. I'm here with all my planners from the last 10 years, not quite all of them, let's be clear. I did grab a handful. I thought all of them might be overwhelming, but I did grab a huge handful. This is just 1/4 of what we're going to go through today, so I'm going to waste no time getting us right into it. But I just want to say hello. I do have an eye on the chat today, so please be chatting it up. Let me know what you're loving and hating about this, if I'm going too fast, too slow, if you want to see more or less, if there's a sticker that you need more information about, you drop it in the comments. I will see it. Also, today I am going to have 2 opportunities for you to win a $50 gift card to Lights Planner Action. So stay tuned because that's going to be happening live during the feed. Okay, so you have to be here to claim it live, and I have 2 little trivia questions for you to guess on, and each of those have an opportunity to win $50. So let's get right into it. I'm not wasting any time today. Let me flip the camera down. This, if you can believe it or not, is my first planner. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This is a Webster's Pages. There it is. I knew it said it on there somewhere. The WP. Okay. Is it on the inside anywhere? Yeah, right there too. Webster's Pages. And it's a personal size ring planner. It's a very squishy. Hold on one second here. Oh no, we're okay. YouTube's telling me my stream bit rate is low, but that's just par for the course. This is a very squishy pleather. You could get these at the time. You could get them in Joann's stores as well as like online through different craft retailers. I think I got mine at like scrapbook.com. Maybe somewhere different, but like one of those like main on brand retailers. But it's a personal size, and I have it set up. This is not my first setup in it. Like, I've used this planner a couple times through, so this is probably like its 3rd or 4th setup. But it is set up in a Planners Society set. I had to say that right, because you guys know I mostly use Planners Anonymous these days. Planner Society doesn't even exist. But this is one of their original sets. So I have a bunch of like homemade paper clips in here, just like little doodads and ephemera. I actually have, look, these are the stickers. These are the stickers from the Planner Society kit. You can tell I really liked this one because I used almost all of it. Okay, let's just stick those back in there. It's just like a little reminder to smile. And then this is wild, friends. This is actually, if we go all the way to November, this is set up with the Webster's Pages calendar. So this is November 2015, and this is the first time you're going to see me writing in this planner. And then we got November in here. I think I also did a little bit of December, and then I was not in this planner for very long. What do I have at the front? Do I have January? We've got January in here. February, at some point, I decide I gotta make my own inserts. This ain't doing it for me. Like, this is one of my first planner spreads, and it's a horizontal, which I'm not really a big horizontal lover. Here's where I was like trying out some stickers. Look, stationery swap do. I don't know who I was swapping with at that point. Here's some more Planner Society cute stickers. And then apparently I was testing a pen. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not in this planner for very long. I quickly figure out that personal size rings ain't it for me. And the next planner that I invest in is A5 size. And I don't have my first A5 size planner that's actually at my house. But I do have the 3 that followed it. So these are 3 of the A5 planners that I dabbled in that 2016-2017 era. Okay, so let's start with This one is a Kiki K A5 size black. This is like a textured leather. I think this is called Safino leather. Is one of my favorites. And again, I was really on my Planner Society game at this point in my planner. So it's still set up with, look at how pretty these little dividers are. Look how cute. I'm gonna flip them all for you so you can see. Just cute, real cute. Her papers were really lovely and they were always double-sided, which I love. In here, some little moments. So this was a test layout that I did for a lady whose name is Samantha Gray, and she wanted it gray instead of black. So this was like a test run that I was doing for her. These are just like some of the original Kiki K paper that it came with. Here's some blackout that I just stuck in there for a photo shoot. So this is not still set up with the stuff from 2016. For that, I actually have to shift you over to this, which is the second A5 planner that I got, or the third, I guess, technically, because the first one we didn't have to show. So this is my third A5 planner, and it was one of the first times anyone in the planner community ever did a custom planner like this. Let's be honest, Christy set the bar really high with planner subscriptions and being crafty, and this cover was just really gorgeous. The one thing I'll say about it is because it was her first try, the measurements on it are a little bit weird. Like, it's taller than most A5 planners are, but that's okay. This was a limited release. I did a whole bunch of like little doodads to go with it based on the kit that it was based off of, and I also have the dividers from that kit. Okay, really cute. And here are some of my actual planner pages from 2016. So I'll flip through some of these, and if I know who the stickers are from, I will tell you. So this is a combination of Planner Society and Lights Planner Action. Did you know Lights Planner Action used to sell stickers for the hottest of minutes, like literally such a short period? And this is kind of the layout that started it all. This is the layout that I started sharing in Facebook groups, and people immediately were like, where can I buy that? And I use it for a very long time. And to be honest, it's not all that dissimilar from the layout that I still use. Like this idea of having a to-do, a shopping section, a notes section, and a brain dump section, that still works for me. It's just set up a little bit differently. But ironically enough, like my current, like, okay, this is 2016, okay? This is today. Not all that unlike each other. The main difference is that this isn't dated, it's got a different font, and I did end up breaking out these sections separate from another. But overall, very similar concept, and definitely something that has worked for me for a long time, obviously. So we've got Easter week. This is another Planner Society set. This was just some washi that someone gave to me, and I did a whole spread out of it. By the way, this is all before I even discovered what the heck a full box was. So you're not going to see any like traditional planner kits in my planner in 2016 because I didn't even know that was a thing. I was still on my decorative little like tracking stickers, but like very basic, very minimal, very much just kind of like highlighting things in my week rather than having full boxes, half boxes, and you know, all those million other different habit trackers and things like that. Now, I do want to point your attention, May 2016, this spread literally matches this planner. So we love a little meta moment. And let's see, I skipped a couple weeks because I was at the beach. And here's another beach week. Again, still just playing with decorative stickers. Here's another TPS spread, and this washi I love is kind of like yellowing with time, but just shows you how old these are. At this point, the pen that I'm using in all of these spreads is a Staedtler fine liner. I'm really on my fine liner game at this point in my life. Here is the first time a box sticker collection touches my planner, August of 2016. And I'm trying to remember the name of this shop. They are no longer in existence. I cannot remember the name of the shop, but the art from it is from Bloomsicle. Okay, shout out Bloomsicle, still around, still making gorgeous art. Here's another planner spread. Could not even wager a guess on where this one came from. Here are some fun stickers. Again, I don't remember where these came from. I know the washi is from Planner Society. And then this washi here was from a Target dollar spot. I don't remember where the stickers came from, though. I think they might have gotten them in a swag bag somewhere. Here's another Bloomsicle set. Really pretty, and you know, you've noticed in all of this, I'm really trying to work on my lettering, trying to improve that as a skill overall. Ooh, it's something with a W. What the heck is her name? It just like came and went from my brain so quickly. Willow Studios? Could that be it? Willow? Do you guys remember a Willow Studios? Am I making that up? I might be. This is more Planner Society stuff, as well as some really fun lettering. Here's some more lettering. This time I did, that's a quote from Rent. Oh my gosh, I don't know, but I feel like I remember that basement redo. Yes, that's the same shop. Yes. Yes. In fact, we are talking about the same shop. This is my birthday week in 2016, using a birthday kit from who knows where. Willow Wallow Studio. I feel like that's a yes. I feel like that's it. Guys, we've been around so long that we can't even remember the names of the sticker shops that no longer exist. That is wild. Here's the first time, hold on, this is a landmark moment. This is the first time I ever dabble in foil. Ooh, so this is right around the time that foil starts really popping off. Okay, so we're in February. This kit right here, I know for sure, is from Two Little Bees. Do you guys remember Two Little Bees? I don't think she makes stickers anymore. I loved her stuff. I used to hoard her stuff real hard. This, I think, I don't know who it's from. Herling says, so many shops have come and gone over the years. I found some old kits in my stash trying to find the shop to order more. Their last post was in 2022. Yeah, that is exactly how it happens. Here's where I went to go wild. So this is 2017 right here. Snapshot in time. Clock that. Snapshot in time. This is Go Wild in Nashville. Yes. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is my schedule from Nashville. Micah May, Cindy, Shay Shule, Michelle Carter. There's an admin panel, the Kit Life panel, TPS workshop, and Erin Condren keynotes. A moment in time. And then clearly I didn't finish this planner. At some point I switch around to another planner. And that's where I think this green one is going to come in. I think there is more from 2017 in here, I think. Look how cute this one's set up before I just jump right through it. This is also a Kiki K, and it's got a really pretty silver spine. I actually got this through a buy-sell trade. This came to me secondhand, but it was never used. It was basically new in box, and I'm pretty sure I traded the person inserts for it. So technically I didn't even have to purchase it, which is lovely. A moment in time. That's a shaker. That's a shaker, friends. Damn, that is a moment in time right there. Shakers, when's the last time you shook a shaker? Here are the really pathetic paper inserts that come with the KKK. It's like receipt paper. And then here's my really nice planning inside of it. This kit, ooh, who was like one of the first ones to do foil? Because that's who this one came from. And then I got this really fun quote from, what's that from? The Notebook. Here is another set. I don't remember who this came from either, but I love the lettering on it. Also, at this point is when I went and saw Red Hot Chili Peppers in concert. So this is what I love about keeping your planner together, is you can really like put yourself back in time. Like, oh, that was such a good concert. Oh, we were snowed in. Like, that was a movie night. Like, it's just so fun. This was actual Valentine's Day. And I'm trying to remember who did this kit. I can picture her face, but I cannot think of the name of her shop. I don't think she's open anymore either. So that's the problem, is like right now none of these places are still open. It's hard to find them. I think that might be all I have. You know, a lot of times I reuse planners and I do like mock-ups in them. So a lot of times you'll see like the original setup, as well as, oh look, oh look, oh look, I was trying to memory keep. What was this? What was I memory keeping? Oh, this is when I bought tickets for Go Wild. This is when it went on sale. And then these stickers are from Michael's. I can tell because they're crappy. Yes, Jameson. Yes. Oh my gosh, Em. Crushing it. Apparently here I was just practicing lettering. More lettering. Yeah, and that's in this one. Now, while I was in this KKK and the other A5s, right, that's something that has to stay on your desk. It's kind of a big-ass planner, right? So I was also dabbling in pocket-size rings, which, honest to God, this is just this, it might be your yum, so I'm not going to yuck it. But what I will say is, for me, it's not enough space. It's not nearly enough space. But let me show you it anyways. So anyways, this is a gold Safino leather in a Filofax pocket ring. And I definitely purchased this online. I've never seen pocket rings in store. Although you do occasionally see Filofax in store. But it's just got like real simple insides, just this one little pocket that I've embellished with a couple little cutouts. And then look at these tiny little inserts. They're so small. So I would do, when I was using this on the go, what I would do is I would give like a weekly goals spread, and then it would be followed by the days kind of parsing out and like figuring out what I could take from this and put onto each day. So it's still kind of how I plan. I still do that, where I kind of figure out what I need to do for the week and then I parse it out through over my days. But this is just, it's so freaking tiny. It's so tiny. This is not useful for me. And just to give you, we are going back in time a little bit. This is dated for 2016. So this was in that 2016 era. And I was also using a lot of washi samples. Do you guys remember when people used to trade washi samples? There's a really wonderful woman, Lisa Diamond. If she happens to watch this, I want her to hear her name. She was one of the first people to really help me admin my Facebook group. And she was a washi connoisseur. I called her my washi queen for the very longest time. And all of these samples, almost all of them, are from her. So she has quite the presence in my daily planner. So again, like short-lived. I didn't do this for very long because it's not enough space for me. Let's be honest, it's just not. But here are some of the other things that I had tucked in there. The old like Filofax gives you, they give you like international dates. I kept that in there. I think there's like a measurements converter in here. So like just some of those like, what do you call those? Informational sheets. And then I also have, look at how tiny these monthlies are. Like I don't know how anyone was able to make pocket rings work. But if you did, kudos to you. But for the rest of us, let's go to something bigger. So, Kimber says, I'm back in my small planner era. Allison said, A5 is a desk-only planner. Me up until 2020, carrying my letter size HP everywhere. Oh, well, listen, we are going to get into bigger planners because I did go into Happy Planner Classic size for a little bit, but not yet. Next, we get introduced to B6 size. So from the A5 pocket rings size, I shift into pocket TN, and very quickly from pocket TN, I meander over to B6 TN. And if you ask me, to this day, B6 is still my favorite size. It always will be. It's just such a good, convenient size. It fits well in a purse. Like there's just nothing not to like about it. So I have a couple samples of my B6 Love Affair. And this is 2019. I thought we were, oh yeah, no, this is 2018. Look, okay, so we're in 2018. And this is when I launch my Boss Babe planner, which again, if we look at the planner that I use to this day, is pretty much the same thing. They're like very similar in format. And it's just, this is something that has always worked for me. And I love that when I first started using it, you can see I was very dedicated to my pen. Still using, this is all Staedtler fine liner. I am a big fine liner fan. And I did a lot of pen only at the start. I know it does shift into stickers at some point. Look at, this is all, I was doing so much. Like, it is kind of crazy to me. Like, this is all like work stuff. I was also working a full-time job at this point. Oh yeah, there was that. This is the first time in my B6 planner that Planners Anonymous makes an appearance, although she was already in a couple of my smaller planners, but for the B6TN, this is her debut. This is a kit from Let's Planet. We are about to shift into my Let's Planet era, and it is going to be like every other page is Let's Planet, or Sweet Fox Papery. And unfortunately, Sweet Fox Papery, she's no more, but we had a really great relationship when she was open, and I do miss her in this community. Did I use this one at all? No, that was just tucked in there for show. Okay. Hold on, we got more. Here is, I didn't even tell you about this planner. So both of these are B6 TNs from Planners Anonymous. These are pleather TNs. They are made from a plasticky material, and they've got the print on them. It's got that pebble feeling to them, so it feels kind of real. And this sunflower one is like my all-time favorite, and it is really just still set up just like the day I left it. So I've actually got, this is a Foxy Fix plastic cover that they used to sell. Here's another shaker. Again, a moment in time. And then here is a little dash card that I made using the Planners Anonymous stuff. All of the dashboards in this set are really gorgeous because not only did I do stuff with the die cuts, But I also did this really fun edge on all of these. So it's got like that really fine scalloped edge. I was in the bathtub when I made it. But here you can see, here we go. So I think this is, I am thinking, yeah, we're still in, so this is July of 2018. And this is my home slash memory keeper. So the planner I just showed you before was my work planner, like my LPA work planner. I also had a work planner for my 9 to 5, but like, let's not go there. Yes, I was using 3 planners at once. Yes, it can be done. And no, I don't recommend it. Anyways, here we go. July in my B6. This is using a Let's Planet kit. This is one of my all-time favorite Let's Planet kits, like hands down to this day. The little derpy, like sea life, perfection. I love it. This is a monthly kit from Small Town Grace. And here's another one from Let's Planet. Here is the coordinating weekly spread that goes with that monthly one. I did this weekly layout for a while. I was really into how I could change up what I put on the left side while still kind of keeping a cohesive right side. So you're gonna see each week I did something totally different on the left, although the content that ended up within them stayed the same. So like this one was cute bubbles to go with the mermaid theme. This is another Let's Planet kit. This kit is, who's this kit? Shoot, I don't know who did this kit. I want to say Indian Ivy, but I could be wrong about that. This one's definitely Let's Planet. I always can tell Let's Planet because of the fonts. This one, who was this? This one was ColourPop Paper. They're no longer around. This is another one that was Let's Planet, and I love how this came out with the cute little like floral border. Just so cute. This is a sticker party set. Really loved this one. Oop, I skipped a week. How dare I? This is another one from Let's Planet. Another one from Let's Planet. This was also my trip to New York for Sugary Gal Conference in 2018. Way back. And this is another one from ColourPop Paper, and I miss them so much. They are one of the few places that does a stamped foil that, or an embossed foil that's just really pretty. But they are no longer in business. Sad face. Okay, who else we got in here? That might be it. Yep. Okay, so that's the end of September. Do we pick back up? Oh, we do. Look at this. So from September, I was using, this is a weekly planner. In September, I shifted into a daily weekly combo. You might know her as the Daily Socialite. You may also know her as the CAD. Basically the same layout. CAD just doesn't have the titles on each section. But this is where my days started really picking up, where I really wanted to keep track of what I was doing throughout the day. I think this is also when I started working from home full time. So I had more space to really fill my day with work. And then again, you have the weekly in the front. So here is, this is the coordinating sticker set that goes with this sunflower planner. And I've got all the little cute little mini characters in there that Planners and On always does. Here's another one from that set. And then here's where I was headed to New York. Here is some of that ColourPop paper. And then last but not least, this is, I think, either Peach Palm or Two Little Bees, but I think Peach Palm. Guys, is Peach Palm still around? That's someone I haven't checked on in a while. Here's another one of the dividers. This is a freebie that I gave out at one point. What's in here? Ooh, just random notes. Just random notes. Get ish done. Etsy. June AI printables. All inclusive. Oh, this is when I was doing the all inclusive. Also, at this point, I was planning a tea party for the Wicked Planner group. So that was the local planner group in my area. And I helped plan that with a few other local ladies. Here's the last divider in here, and is just holding a mock-up of my Crushing It Daily insert. So those are the two B6 TN flip throughs I have for you. At some point in my B6 TN journey, I go to, well, you even saw it in here. I go to New York, and I have dinner with a leather crafter, and they make me a prototype of a B6 rings, and the rest is really history because I never look back. And here is one of my B6 rings to flip through for you. I also have this one. I've got 3 other ones that we could have flipped through. I just grabbed the chunkiest. Of the bunch, but it goes without saying that I really, 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 really enjoyed using B6 rings. So let's start with this chunk monster. This planner, I believe, is from Atelli's Designs. Is it? I think so. I think this is from Atelli's Designs. It's a B6 rings. I don't have anything set up in it. It's really just holding this fat stack of inserts. But let's get started. So this is the beginning of 2019. So we launched the B6 rings planner, I think in like, I don't know, maybe November, October-ish, somewhere around there. So this is really like my first full year in the B6 planner. Now what you can see is that I am still using this daily socialite layout, which is what I left off in B6 rings. So I'm going to try and go through rather fast on this, but if there's anything that I'm like zooming through that you want more information on, do let me know. I can go faster or slower. I'm looking at the time. It's already 30 minutes in. This is, you know, we always have the best of intentions when we set up our spreads, and every time I see this one, I'm just reminded of my grandmother's funeral. This was the week my grandmother died, so that's why it didn't get filled in, and I just felt like, wow, the world knew it was going to be a blue week, didn't it? So that one never got filled in. And then we skip from that into a Friends Week. So this is a kit from Sticker Party, and I used it in the weekly pages, or the daily pages as well. This is a kit from Let's Plan It, and this is on her removable matte sticker paper. I don't even know if she offers this anymore. This paper is so like, it's not great. Once we all went to premium matte, no one looked back, right? Like nobody was sad about removable matte after premium matte came out. I don't remember who this kit is from, but it's really beautiful. I do know all of these little character stickers. Those are all from Let's Plan It. That is her Cora character. Sheesh, I wish I remembered where some of these kits were from. I have no idea on this one. It's cute though. We are coming into, I think, okay, so see, I started getting really creative with what I did on the left side once I took this to the rings. So here's where I start actually drawing stuff to go with the stickers that I'm using each week. This was a Let's Plan It kit. This one's from Two Little Bees, and look how cute that little envelope is. So cute, all from Two Little Bees. This one is from Let's Plan It, and I think this is me getting into monochrome March. So in 2019 of well, in March of 2019, I started a monochrome March challenge, and that was where we would use one color for the whole entire month. And man, did it make me appreciate variety and color. Because boy, oh boy, it didn't matter how many gorgeous kits I had in blackout. And let's be clear, I have a many black and white kit that is gorge. So many. But you don't realize how much you miss color. So the last week, I said, this still counts as like monochrome March, even though technically we're adding a color in. And this is one of my favorite kits from Let's Planet. I think she actually did it as like a bonus for shopping a sale. I don't know if she ever actually sold this kit. I don't know if Kim's here, she can correct me on that. But I was really loving using these weekly daily page combos. I also at this point start mixing up which daily pages I'm using, mostly because I wanted to have photos for Instagram, if I'm being honest. But then once I started playing with this one, I really kind of fell in love with it. So you'll see me oscillating between the two daily designs pretty much back and forth. This is another one that I really love, where the umbrella is like keeping the space below it fresh from the rain. This is a Planners Anonymous kit. It's Shop Till You Drop. Here's some pen only stuff. This one's from Let's Planet. Lots of Let's Planet. I told you were going to be seeing a lot of her. Be prepared, because it's about to get real hot and heavy. This is a peach palm kit that I never used. That kind of makes me sad. But I did do at least one daily spread with it, so that's a win. Oh, and here's the memory keeping pages that I was doing in addition to these were my daily planning pages, so like what I was actually getting done. Here is where I would use kind of like a back planning method of memory keeping and just kind of like writing down what I was doing on the regular. So this was 2019 Go Wild, and it was such an affair that I actually spread it out on all 4 pages. Yes, and this is from Shine Sticker Co. And then because, yeah, I can't just have one Go Wild kit, I also got the one from the sticker party. So here's my second week of Go Wild documenting, and I also have all these fun quotes from different people at the event. And here's one of the daily pages. This kit, I think, oh yeah, I can tell from the feeling of it. This is premium matte sticker paper from Let's Planet. More premium matte sticker paper from Let's Planet. And here are those daily pages that go with. And now we're getting into June. This is another Let's Planet kit, but it is not premium matte. I think this is the removable matte, which really just makes a difference in the ability to pick up the sticker, as well as like the ability to like how well it holds the color. The premium matte just holds color so much better. Isn't this so gorgeous? This is like where I first learned how to draw a succulent. This is like my first foray into floral doodling. And I followed that up. This is a sticker kit from Let's Planet. Another Let's Planet kit. M says, your lack of tabs blows my mind. When did you release your tab washi? Yeah, the thing about me and tabs is I end up ruining them. And like, this is not a really, well, yeah, you can't, like, they just end up getting all benty on me, so I end up not really loving or using tabs. The tab tape is still brilliant. I stand by that, but I often don't really use tabs. another Let's Planet kit. Here's more bloomsicle art. And I think that was also from the Willow Wallace studio. This is another Let's Planet. This was obviously probably like right around 4th of July. Bingo. This is one of my all-time favorite spreads. This was a sticker kit from, I think, Moore Avenue? I think? I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. My gut is saying Moore Avenue. Another shop that you can't order from anymore. Here is the first time I ever stuck a photo in my planner. And what I love about this photo is I was so hell-bent on the photo matching the spread that this screen behind us was actually hot pink. And I recolored it in Photoshop before I printed the photo out so that it would flawlessly match with this design. So this is kind of where my real memory keeping roots start to take form. And this kit, I think this was, what was she before she became Starfish and Frog? What was Shelby originally before she was Starfish and Frog? Because this is from her shop. Here we've got some Bubba Bear mixed with a combination of Let's Planet and Bubba Bear. Oh, More Av still is around. You know what? I think I knew that. It's just limited releases. I need to get some new sweary date covers. We've got some pen-only weeks. And here's where I start experimenting with some of the other layouts in my repertoire. So you're going to see a mixture of layouts. This is coming from the variety planner that is known as the Melody, or what the heck do I call her? What's her actual name now? Shoot, it'll come to me. But it's a variety planner, meaning every single spread is different than the last. So this spread is from the Botanical Design. This is a daily spread. Here is a week on 2 page with full graph columns. This kit is from Peach Palm. Here is another one from the Botanical series using a bunch of stickers that were meant for Hobonichi weeks. Another one, I did not love how this drawing came out, so I never ended up finishing this side. This one I wish I would have finished this because this side is gorgeous. But yeah, okay, I was going to say, but I think I did a weekly spread following it. So here is me just really playing with different layouts. This is a box layout, a full box layout. I had never done that prior to this setup. Back in that Botanical, playing with different colored pencils. Back in the graph full columns. This one is another Let's Planet layout. This one never got filled in, but the stickers are from Planners Anonymous. Planners Anonymous. Planners Anonymous. Planners Anonymous. Oh wait, it's more Planners Anonymous. Planners Anonymous. Oh, not Planners Anonymous. This is from River and Ink. This one never got done. And then I think that, oh, no, we do have some more. Okay, here is another birthday kit from Let's Planet. This one is from Country Girl Sticker Co. Another Let's Planet. And this one is Planners Anonymous. And then lastly, Let's Planet. So that's a whole year on B6 rings. technically, there's more. Because I stayed in it for 2 years. So there's more. Here's 2020. Okay. Yikes. Oh, look. Hey, M. Hey, M. Look at that tab tape. Look at that tab tape action. See, sometimes I use my stuff. And I have it tabbed out for all of my monthlies. And at this point, I was pretty much exclusively doing Let's Planet monthlies just for fun. I very rarely use these monthly pages. But they were fun to fill in nonetheless. Here's December I didn't even finish for another day. And these dividers I added text to and laminated, which I don't always love a laminated one, but because of the text I had to laminate. So that one says boss BIC. This one says monthly, daily, currently, notes. Like they're all using Planner Anonymous papers from one of my all-time favorite kits from Planners Anonymous. Stick that back in there. And yeah, okay, let's get into the actual weekly pages. So here we have it. Bubba Bears. This is a Bubba Bear Golden Girls set. Let's Plan It. Don't remember. Bubba Bear. And right now I want to point out I am using a very flexible layout. This is called the Erin, and it's just lines, and it allows you to kind of fill out your columns however you want it. So if you want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you can. I was doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Totally set it up however you like. But that was the layout I was using. Here I'm back in the weekly variety. This is a Let's Planet kit. Another Let's Planet kit. This is Sweet Fox Papery. This is, oh my gosh, Small Town Grace. And this is actually the sticker kit that we put on my Go Wild table in 2018. She sponsored, she helped me, do the sponsored table and donated a sticker kit to it. And this is that kit. This is, ooh, I don't remember who did this kit, but I really like this font. It's very cute. And this is a time where I am using the weekly pages for memory keeping more than actual planning. This is, oh gosh, this is pandemic. It's our second week of social distancing and emotions are all over the place. Highs and lows, busy and still bored. Anxiety is in full force, but we try to stay positive. Yikes. Grateful for Tiger King on Netflix. I have to laugh because this is just so wild. It's a weird time to be alive. Yes, it was. Yes, it sure was. Here is another one where I'm doing like a lot of journaling. This one says, this was a week of highs and lows, random outbursts of tears, anger, and fear, fights over what probably boils down to coping strategies. I'm both sick of being home and sick of my lack of routine. My anxiety-ridden stomach is not faring well. Yeah, my anxiety-ridden stomach is still not faring well. So some things never change. This one says, definitely a weird Easter this year, but it was nice to drop off food and share a socially distant day. Weird. It's weird to go back in time, and yet like I love that I have this time capsule that I can look back on. Here's another one. This is like middle of the pandemic, so we've got Mo Nature really messing up with our mojo this week. Warm, cold, rain, snow. Make up your mind, Ma. What does this one say? Had the most fun recreating wild moments at home. So lucky to have a husband who will help me claim 5 million hole punches. Now, the irony is that I am no longer married, and you know, sometimes when you're looking through your planner, you got to be reminded of the things you went through. So, here's another journaling one. Nicer weather makes it hard to work in the basement. Glad for long dog walks. So this is like peak dog walking time. This is a Let's Planet one. This kit is from Planners Anonymous. Look, this one says, thankful for busy weeks that keep my mind off the mess that is COVID-19. Gosh. This one says, my back may be dead, but my garden is finally starting to come together. So I was obviously like in the garden this week. Here's one that I stuck down but never used. It happens. This is right around the time of Black Lives Matter. Because I've got all of the names of the people that had been slain by police violence, including Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, the rest. So this is a really important time capsule piece, I think. And I wrote down some quotes. So I have, ignorance allied with power is the most ferocious enemy justice can have. This one says, if you are neutral in a situation of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. So, you know, listen, good, bad, ugly, sad, I document it all. This is definitely a kit from Indian Ivy Ink. I recognize it because I vibed with this girl's hair so hard. Let's see. We have, oh, this is another spread where I was really trying to raise awareness for Breonna Taylor. So I have information about her death as well as like how people could get involved. So this is a time where I was being very active online and sharing in my activism. After that, this is the Kimmy. I don't know why I remember this one's name, but I know it's Kimmy because I always thought like Kimmy Gibbler. And it's still a time where we're like in the height of Black Lives Matter. I went to a protest at City Hall at that point. So, and I have quotes from that event. So this was a, you know, important time to really be documenting. This was 4th of July, which obviously I didn't really feel like filling in. Here we have Planners Anonymous, Bubba Bear. I don't know. Not a clue, but I definitely remember I got it as swag. This one feels like Bubba Bear, so I'm gonna guess it's Bubba. I love that I can feel stickers and actually tell you like where it came from. This is Planners Anonymous. This is Let's Plan It during Shark Week. Okay, dang, I was really like excited to start, but like could not follow up. I was really struggling to fill in my weeks at this point, which is, you know, understandable. Life happens. Oh, another one. This one's from Two Lil Bees. Oh, I miss her shop. Here is more Let's Plan It. I'm a little sad that this week never got filled in because it came out so cute. And this is the second time I use this witchy kit from Let's Plan It. You know, I really like something if I use it twice because it's almost unheard of. This is also Let's Plan It. Cricut Paper Co. Let's Plan It. Ooh, I don't remember who did this one. I want to say Country Girl Sticker Co., but I'm not positive. I might be totally off on that. Let's Plan It. Oh, whose art is this? This is really cute. Does someone recognize this character? Let's Plan It. More Avenue. Let's Plan It. And actually on Sunday I wrote down, ta-da, you filled in your memory keeper for once. So you could tell I was self-deprecating myself for not filling things in. And this is like pretty much the entirety of my 2020. Holy moly. So that takes us up until 2020. Let me get these off to the side here. And while I am gathering new planners, I am going to ask you guys, this is your first chance to win a $50 gift certificate to Lights Planner Action, obviously. And the question is this: including the planners that I have shown on screen, how many planners do you believe are on my planner shelves? I will tell you, the number is higher than 50. So go ahead and place your guesses in the chat. I'm going to prep us for the next batch of planners. See you guys popping off. We got 57, 136, 62, 75, 112, 84, 66, 120. One of you was very close. Here's just a little bit more of my ring journey in 2021. This planner was custom designed and made for me by Atelli's Designs. This is a real leather. This is that same leather that Foxy Fix used where they called it their sugar leather line. This is that same exact leather. And it's got this really fun floral on the inside. So let's see, what was I doing? Was I doing anything in this planner? I was using, oh, here we go. Here's the rest of my, these are the rest of my weekly pages. And the thing about these weekly pages is they're going to end real quick because really shortly after the start of this year, and this is where you can see Joe Biden won the presidency, right after the start of this year, I decide to shift into daily planning, and I end up using a daily on a coil. But before we do that, let me just flip through these last couple weeks for you. Right around here is where I launched Blackout. So this is the old Blackout paper. This is my first spread that I ever did on Blackout, and it's a Let's Plan It sticker set. This is a Bubba Bear sticker set, and I love this lettering that I did using acrylographs. It says, "Be the reason someone feels welcome, seen, heard, valued, loved, and supported." And I love that quote. This is another Let's Plan It kit. Another one from Let's Plan It. Oops, I skipped this one. I think this was River Street stickers, I think. Let's Plan It. This might be it. Yep, that's it. Okay, so like I said, at some point I switch into daily planning. Oopsies. And when I do that, I am simultaneously shifting into what I like to call my big boy era. And these are so big they don't even fit on screen. These are HP Classic size rings, which I start using this in 2020. So I start using these in 2020, and I continue it into, this is 21, I think, I believe. Yeah. So I've got 2020 and 2021 to show you. And yes, I did just show you 2020 in my memory keeper. So the distinct difference, and the only way I think that anyone can ever do two planners at the same time, is if you are genuinely using them for two very different purposes. And at this time I really was. This was truly a work purpose planner, and my memory keeper truly was just about what was going on in my life. So this is all business, which is why it's not super sticker heavy. You'll see I do use stickers pretty much similar throughout this book. I almost always have my habits stacked on the left side. I almost always am breaking up the two sections with to do or some other little header line. And I'm using the same mixture of stickers that I'm using in the ring planners. So this is that same COVID week, you know, like the stickers are the same. It's just what I was using, what I was documenting with them is slightly different. So we just skip ahead in April because April really was shite. Planners Anonymous, Let's Plan It, Bubba Bear, Let's Plan It. So I'm just going to go through these really fast because, like I said, we did already go through them in the memory keeping format, which I think is prettier to look at realistically. What you'll find over the course of me flipping through these is that I very infrequently ever fill in my weekends. And so because of that, I do eventually go back down in size because I realize this is larger than I actually need. But that doesn't happen for a while. Like, I really love this system for a very long time. And I think I probably would have found classic size sooner if it had always been available to me on rings. But classic size rings really didn't exist until A5 rings, which was launched. And A5 rings has nothing to do with A5 other than the ring mechanism. And I really hate its name. So I much prefer HP Classic on rings as when it comes to the naming convention of this insert. But it, like, more or less is the same size as the A5 rings. Okay, so that was 2020. Yo, I went that so fast. Okay, here's 21. Oh, and by the way, this is just a cheapo depot pleather planner from Michaels. At some point they were selling this size. I don't even know when that was. And this is a less cheapo depot planner from Planners Anonymous in this really gorgeous animal print cover. Just really pretty. And here you're going to see a mixture of white and black pages in my planner. So we're in 21 at this point, and I'm still basically planning the same way, but again, this is where we won the election. So it's the same exact stickers, just done in a totally different way. And much more minimal. Obviously, I am not using as many stickers in my work planner because I don't need to. I just realized I'm like so off-centered. Sorry about that. So we have March. Okay. Since nobody has guessed it, I see y'all keep trying. I'm going to give it to the person who was just one off. Okay, and that is Amanda Vasquez. Amanda Vasquez, you guessed the number 78, and the actual number is 79 planners on my shelf. So I am going to write your name down, Amanda. And we will link up after this, and I will get you that $50 gift certificate so you can use that right away. Harleen, HP Classic inserts are interchangeable with A5. A5 rings, or A5 wide, sorry. So not traditional A5. A5 wide, which was that weird funky size that Aura Estelle, I think, invented. Was it Aura Estelle? I think. Oh, and I love when I start using the blackout paper. It's just so slick looking. Here is a Pride Week. Still in 2021, at some point I shift into this instead. Let's see. Oh, September. Not until September. Okay, we got a couple more months to go. By that I mean a couple more pages. So right around here, I decide, actually, I'm sick of using the pages in my weekly. I want to try something in my daily. So I do daily for a little bit. And those daily pages are on a B6 coil. So this is my first foray into coil life. And for a very long time, I'm like, no, I don't really like coils. I'm just doing it for the gram. I don't really like coils, blah, 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 blah. And then at some point, they actually do start to feel like pretty good to me. So oh wait, this is 22. What is this, 21? Am I missing a whole year? Oh no, I guess I did. Guys, I totally just lied to you. Don't even believe me. I did this for longer than I said I did. Of course I did. So I didn't leave this just yet. My goodness. I don't know why I said I did. Because I've done so many different planner things. It's easy to forget. It's okay. Nobody's judging you, Bess. This was my birthday week. Just want to point that out. Oh my gosh, look at this. Is Pumpkin. Is it Pumpkin Paper Co.? She's not around anymore. Let's Plan It. I think this is Bubba Bear. Or More Avenue. This is definitely River and Ink. Okay, and now, oh my gosh, and now we get back to the daily planner. What's missing to get us from here to here is I do this on a coil as well. I don't know where that coil planner is. I think at my house. So I don't have that one. But then we get into B6 coil. And I'm doing the Sierra, except what I did was every other page of the Sierra, I swapped in white or black pages. So you get this really fun mixture of paper that, like, at the end of the year just looks so fun. And I was using all different stickers at this point because I was doing it daily. I was able to just use a little bit from kits here or there. So I ended up spreading them out across many, many weeks. This one would be Let's Plan It. And you can see on the daily sections, like, I do different things for daily each time. And it really depends on, like, what I need to get done. So sometimes it's checklists. Sometimes I might give myself an hourly schedule to actually time things through. Sometimes I'm going to break down bigger things into smaller tasks. It really just depends on what I have on my day ahead. Oops. What I love about this layout in particular is that it is so open-ended that you really can lay it out however you want. But this top box is full box size. So if you are someone that likes using box sticker kits, it fit really well within the sticker kit genre. Here's where I was practicing some lettering. super fun. This was probably like right around my birthday. Look at this cute little penguino. So cute. I cannot remember where this sticker came back from either. This is the problem when you hoard your stickers for so long. Sometimes you use them and then you don't remember where they came from. But when in doubt, you can probably assume most of my stickers came from Let's Planet, Bubba Bear, More Avenue, or River and Ink. Like, I really was so hard on them. Oh, or CAD. There's quite a bit of CAD in my planner as well. Here's where I was just like using stickers however I wanted. Like, these are meant to be check boxes, but I was using them as deco, you know, just cuz. Here's some CAD. More CAD. And these are those textured stickers that she does. This is Let's Planet. More Let's Planet. Here's more of me just using stickers like to be for funsies. More Let's Planet. Really do love a daily planner, guys. Not gonna lie, flipping through this makes me want to get back into it a little bit. Just a little bit though, like not fully. Because realistically, my planner situation is working well for me. So I am a firm believer in not messing things up. Like if it's working for you, don't mess it up. Don't touch the sauce. Just let it simmer. So I'm not going to be changing it anytime soon, but this does make me feel like maybe I should come back to daily in a little bit. This planner is called, this is the Sierra, and it was actually designed by Sierra from River and Ink. So the lettering on it, like this lettering, that is actually her lettering. And then the cover, I don't think I have any covers in here, but the cover of it, if I had it, is also doodled by her and is very cute. So, oh, look right there. That's what the cover looks like. And she doodled all of this as well. Okay, got one more. One more. This is 2023, I think. Sheesh, did I use any of these pages? No. Here we go. So this is like me being back on my memory keeping game, or attempting to at least. And this is the weekly page from the Sierra. Here's another one where I'm actually using photos printed out from the HP Sprocket. I didn't stay in this one for very long, as you can tell. Here's the daily pages that go along with those weekly ones, though. So the Sierra is set up so that you have all of your monthly and weekly pages in the front, and then all of the dailies in the back. Here's some more CAD. Let's Planet. Let's Planet. More Avenue. More Avenue. More Avenue. You can always tell it's More Avenue because it's very sweary. More, more, more. Let's Planet. Let's Planet. And Planners Anonymous. Oh, still going. Planners Anonymous. Let's Planet. Let's plan. No, Planners Anon. Planners Anon. Planners Anon. River and Ink. This is actually one of my favorite non-conventional uses of a sticker ever. This is a full box checkbox that I doubled up. So I just layered one on top of the other. And then I drew this handle so that it would look like it was actually being painted on with those stickers. Isn't that? Sometimes I'm pretty clever, okay? And obviously this is meant to match this full box sticker. So fun. And then what do I got in here? Just some conference pages for testing? Yeah, these are just some test pages. So, okay. That was my, what did we decide this was? 21, 22, 23? I don't even know anymore. Whew. Is that it? Could that be? No. No, it couldn't possibly be. Does that take us to today? I think that might take us to today. Here's today, guys. Today, I am using an A5 Melody planner. Again, this is from Planners Anonymous, and it is in that pebbled pleather finish, and it's got this really gorgeous coastal landscape scene. What would you call this? Not a landscape. Yeah, I guess it is a landscape. And there's lots of nice pockets in here. I've got some stickers in the front. But this is the actual, here we go. These are my actual pages from most recently. So this is in May. And for M's pleasure, apparently, I am using tabs here. Okay. Here is a spread that's like basically just pen only. This is where I've started into my fountain pen foray. This is an old one from the sticker party. Yeah, bottom tabs, baby. Bottom tabs. Because I don't think they get as messed up as easily. And these actually are from Planners Anonymous, gives you little tabs as part of the sticker kit. So you can just like take them and add them to the page as needed. Just like that. So I've got some tabs on these weeks. This is Planners Anonymous. This is Theoretical Design. This is Planners Anonymous. This is JoJo's Pretty Paper Co. Just fountain pen. More just fountain pen. More just fountain pen. Oh, and this is this? No, this isn't. I'm like, is that where I'm at? Am I caught up? No, this is my current week. So now I'm caught up. Okay, this is what I'm using now. And like I said, this is very similar to the design that I started with, which I just find so beautiful and comforting to know that like sometimes you do end up back home. You know, you can make the full revolution around the sun and you end up back home. So this really is the layout that just speaks to me the most over time. It really fits the bill. Now I do have a little bonus planner for you off to the side. I forgot to share this one. This is the first pocket TN. So I did mention that I went from pocket TN to B6 rings. So this is the pocket TN that started them all. I have it still set up for my trip to Go Wild. This was, I think that was our ticket, like to scan to get into the event. And then these are just like different stickers from Christy from the Planner Society. She was teaching a workshop and I brought her, you know, I brought up my planner to her and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, you're so inspiring. I want to be like you someday. And she was just very lovely and sweet. And so, yeah, this is a Foxy Fix in the wild. It is not the Foxy Fix that we got from Go Wild. I have that stashed away in storage somewhere. This is not that one. This is the first one that I ever actually purchased from Foxy Fix. So I've got it set up with 2017. Oh my gosh, 2017. And there's not a lot in here that's actually worth showing. It's mostly just a setup planner. I didn't really use it that much because it is very small. But this is like the bullet journal pages that I started using when I kind of like started dabbling into like bullet journaling. So this is like one of the layouts that I turned into like an actual planner at some point. But pre-wild, roomy gifts, favorite things gift, packing list, washi booklet, weekly setup, shop announcement. Oh, here's like actual planning happening in here. I knew there was some in here, just not a lot of it. Here we go. I know this is my weekly overview design. It still looks exactly the same. You can still get this layout. And what's nice about it is you get like these like sections on the right side, but the left side is open-ended, so you can use it however you want. So for this one, if I say I was in the Peacock group of Pop, that's going to mean something to like exactly 2 people out there, but this is a moment in time. People over planners. Here's just like me messing around doing like a little weekly layout on the left. And I really liked that, so I did that a couple times. And that, like, that's it. Like, I really, like I said, I did not use this very long before I was like, I need something bigger. And then B6 Rings was brought to my attention. So, oh, that's some journaling. That was my ex. But look, I'll show you this journaling. So this is with my sprocket. This is that Red Hot Chili Pepper concert that I documented in my planner. So I was also documenting it in my journal. Cutie cute. And that really is it. So, my goodness, that is my planner evolution. I do have one other $50 gift certificate to give away to somebody that is watching right now. And so your question is, for a $50 gift certificate, the first person to answer this, and you'll have a leg up if you were here at the start of my video, what is the first documented planner date that I have in my collection? First to tell me gets the $50 gift card. And while you guys answer that, I'm going to pull it up. The proof. Okay, you guys are giving years. I need a like a actual date. Like, you got to give me like February 2nd, 2015. That's not it, but okay, we've got 2016, but don't remember the date. June 1, 2016. Aim a little bit earlier. Okay, we've got, let's see. Nobody is, y'all are in the wrong year, friends. You're in the wrong year. Okay, we're getting closer. December 13th, 2015, December 1st, 2015, November 17th, 2015. Oh my goodness. I am going to give it, listen, technically, you're all wrong. But Micah, that one girl, came really close. She said, or they said, I'm sorry if that was misgendering you. They said November 17th, 2015. And technically it would have been November 1st, 2015. But I'm going to give it to you because you were the first one to say November of 2015 while everyone else was still guessing 2016. Guys, it's like actually been a full 10 years of planning online, which is crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. So thank you for joining me on this little walk down memory lane Micah, I'm writing down your info. Reach out to me after this, and I will get you guys both set up with your $50 gift cards. But thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was fun for you. I probably should have mentioned earlier than just now, but the Light Splinter Action Shop, in celebration of National Planner Day, is 20% off. So if you use the code PlannerDay20, that will get you 20% off any of the layouts that you saw me show here, as well as any of my other designs. So take advantage of that. I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. I am logging off to get myself ready for Stationery Store Day, which is tomorrow, because of course we would put 2 paper-loving holidays back to back, because that's how we roll. But thank you so much for joining. Thank you for participating. Stay light, stay bright. I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.